All right, all right, all right. We're here. Thought I'd drop a quick $200 and go chase that 20 grand in the feature. Normally the 1 o'clock games, I do the $1 games while I build up the bankroll. But since the Titans and the Eagles are featured this Sunday, let's have some fun and go up and chase the 20 grand. Besides the half a mil, besides the half a mil we're chasing this Thursday. As always, new days, new reports. It's already 10 o'clock at night, Faro Standard Time. So let's check up on our 20 lineups for the $500,000 game. Josh Allen logged his first practice Monday since suffering right now. We read that shit already. Just looking at seeing if there's any new news. Some Tyquan Thornton, some Kevin Harris. Any of those fuckers to pop off. What's going on with Jacoby Myers? Anything new on Jacoby? Kobe Myers remained a limited participant in Tuesday's practice. Though Myers played a season-low 16% of the Patriots' snaps on offense in last week's Thanksgiving Day loss to the Vikings due to a sore shoulder, the receiver said after the game he didn't think the issue would otherwise affect his ability. He has been listed as limited on the Patriots' on the first two Week 13 injury reports, but he said Tuesday that his shoulder is feeling a lot better. According to Zach Cox of NFL, something, Myers reiterated that he will suit up Thursday against the Bills. Though the chances of his workload being limited again won't become clear until after the Patriots complete their final practice of the week, Wednesday. All right, keeping the captain spot for now. Just instead of flipping around, let's just fuck around real quick and see. We'll go right. Now we'll start at the top. Start all the way at the top. Read anything new on Josh Allen? No. Be home in 20. All right. All right. What do we got? Nothing new on anybody here. Devontae Parker, though. What do we got on Devontae Parker? Devontae Parker was a full participant in Tuesday's practice. Parker was limited as a limited participant on the Patriots' initial Week 13 injury report Monday, but the team provided no indication that the receiver was dealing with any setbacks in his recovery from the knee issue that kept him from playing Week 9 against the Colts. Following a Week 10 bye, Parker has proceeded to play 37 and 85% of the Patriots' snaps on offense in the ensuing two games. After recording 4 receptions, 80 yards in the Patriots' Thanksgiving Day loss to the Vikings, and now upgrading to full activity at Tuesday's practice, Parker looks poised to handle another big snap share in Thursday's game against the Bills. Fuck me, huh? What's going on with Damian Harris? Damian Harris wasn't present for Tuesday's practice and is listed as a non-participant on the Patriots' initial report. Ian Rappaport reported Monday that Harris is viewed as week to week due to a thigh injury he suffered in the Patriots' Thanksgiving Day loss to the Vikings. So the running back's absence from practice isn't overtly surprising. Barring a surprise return to the practice field Wednesday's, Harris will likely be ruled out for Thursday's game against the Bills. Assuming Harris is inactive for the contest, starter Ramondre Stevenson would likely handle a higher volume of touches than usual as the Patriots' top option on both early downs and passing downs. Yeah. Nobody said shit about Benny Snell, and that guy just made somebody $500,000 richer. So we're running fucking Kevin goddamn Harris. Nothing new on Tyler Bass. Anything new on Naeem Hines? What's going on with Hines? Okay, good. Hines. No, old story, old story. Nothing new. Khalil Shakir. Full participant in Tuesday's practice. Shakir was sidelined for the first week of practice due to an illness, but he was a full participant during Tuesday's session and should be a full go Thursday against New England. The rookie fifth round pick has caught just 1 of 4 targets across his past 5 appearances. All right, that's nothing big for now. I'm saying fuck Myers. Let's run Devontae Parker one more time. With the money we save, we're gonna pull John Smith, Dawson, Tyler Bass. Naeem Hines. Is that new? Is that a new story? Yeah, it's garbage. Same fucking story. All right. Well, Pierre Strong. What's new on Pierre Strong? Oh. Strong is a candidate to see extra work Thursday against the Bills. With Damian Harris unlikely to play Week 13, Strong could find himself as Ramondre Stevenson's backup against Buffalo. The rookie running back has seen a majority of his work on special teams, which has one carry on the year, which came Week 6 against the Cleveland for 5 yards. Fellow rookie Kevin Harris could also be an option, but he's only been active one game this season. J.J. Taylor, who is currently on the practice squad, could also see himself elevated to the main roster and could be a threat to Strong's ability to move up the team's depth chart for the contest. Motherfucker. The situation will be worth monitoring for the single game DFS contest, as whoever would have the inside track as the number 2 to Stevenson could certainly be worth a dart throw if Harris does indeed miss the game. See, I grabbed Kevin fucking Harris. Why? This guy has done 0, 0, 0 all the way fucking down. Literally, fucking zeros across the board. Whereas Kevin Harris. Kevin Harris has also done shit. Where's J.J. Taylor? What had J.J. Taylor done? Got against Indy. Stay with your guns. Stick to your guns. Sticking to our guns. Sticking to our guns. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's do this. Titans, Eagles. You know how we like to do it. You know how we like to rock and roll. We work our way down the list. Jalen Hurts at the captain spot. Derrick Henry right behind him. We like to try and get the best core cards, many as possible in the lineups. If the core comes through, then it really just becomes finding the right captain to squeeze into this mismatch of love. Football. Possible Super Bowl preview of two powerhouse teams here. The Titans and the Eagles do battle. This game where I went wrong. I had the winning fucking lineup 5 or 6 cards, but I had Aaron Rodgers, they had Aaron Jones. Oh, you fucking cunt. It's so frustrating when you lose by one fucking card. Makes you want to tear somebody's throat out. However, it's the game. Much like life, we take risks. We play out and tell ourselves that the risks we take are worth it in the long run for that fucking goddamn thrill we just call living. We hope that the risks we take don't fucking kill us. Just give us a sense of thrill. That's all we can ask for at the end of the day is that thrill, that fucking rush. I always go back. I always go back to your first rushes as a kid. The first time you felt like a fucking winner. Like you were like, Jesus Christ, this happens. When I sit there and I put on music and I fantasize, this actually comes true every now and then. It's not just a dumb thing I invent in my head. Like the first time you have a crush on a girl in like middle school and she tells the whole school that you're her crush too. That's like your first victory. Your first victory is when one of your crushes comes through. Your first heartbreak when one of your crushes doesn't come through and wants somebody else. Ooh. Ain't that some miserable shit? So was Randy Bullock back? Guess we gotta run his stupid ass. Is Shudak the man, the odd man out? Captain Shudak. I like that name. What is it, Captain Shudak? I've spoken to Moneypenny. Nathan Westbrook Kana. Ikaini. Nathan Westbrook Ikaini. Zach Pascal. Can Zach Pascal be an optimal fucking captain? Can he break out of this fucking game, blow some shit up, and make me some fucking money? Or will it be Dontrell Hilliard? Who is going to be the optimal captain in this Titans-Eagles fucking showdown? All right, let's do this shit. Do this shit. Do this shit right. Do this shit. Do this shit tight. Why don't you make it a little bit bigger? Yeah, that works. Jalen Hurts completed 16 of 28 pass attempts for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns and rushed 17 times for 157 yards in Sunday's win over the Packers. Hurts ran wild against the Packers' 4-man rush all game long, simply hitting the huge gaps the edge rushers routinely left open for big gains. The dual-threat quarterback spearheaded a Philly rushing attack that combined for a season-high 363 yards. Hurts' 2 touchdown throws put him 17 on the year, already surpassing the 16 he threw 15 games in 2021 with 6 fewer interceptions. The budding superstar will face a stiff test against the Titans' dominant defense Sunday, but Hurts has been virtually matchup-proof during this MVT-type season. Look at all those fucking 20s. Yeah, we'd have to say Hurts is a keeper. Derrick Henry rushed 17 times for 38 yards and caught all 3 of his targets to 79 yards in Sunday's loss to the Bengals. Keeping Henry in check on the ground was key to Cincinnati's success in this one, as the all-star running back mustered his lowest rushing yardage total since Week 2. He made up for the lackluster rushing game by leading the Titans in receiving yards. Most of Henry's yardage came on a 69-yard catch in the 69-yard catch in the second quarter. He actually fumbled at the end of the play, but teammate Treylon Burks recovered it in the end zone for the game's first touchdown. Up next for Henry and the Titans will be a Week 13 trip to Philadelphia. Henry's a beast. It's hard to not take him in your lineup. A.J. Brown caught 4 or 6 targets for 46 yards and a touchdown Sunday, but he also lost a fumble in the win over Green Bay. Brown converted a short catch for a score, his 7th of the campaign, to help offset an early turnover in an eventual shootout victory. Overall, it was a step in the right direction after the star wideout produced just 67 yards and no scores over his last 2 contests. Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders did the heavy lifting against the Patriots' Packers rush defense, but Brown and the passing attack may need to flip the script against the Titans' far superior defensive front on Sunday. Ryan fucking Tannehill completed 22 of 34 passes for 291 yards without a touchdown or turnover in Sunday's loss to the Bengals. He added 9 yards on 2 rushing attempts. After throwing for a season-high 333 yards in a Week 11 win over Green Bay, Tannehill mustered his second highest passing yardage total of the season. The veteran quarterback's recent production has been encouraging, but Tennessee's dearth of weapons in the passing game caps Tannehill's upside heading into a Week 13 road matchup with the 10-1 Eagles. Yikes. Miles Sanders rushed 21 times for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns while pulling in all 3 targets for 17 yards in Sunday's win over the Packers. Sanders and Jalen Hurts put on a rushing clinic Sunday, combining for exactly 300 rushing yards between the two. The dominant performance came at the right time for Philly's lead back, as he appeared to hit a mid-season wall coming off of 2 mediocre performances. The 25-year-old also set new career highs in rushing yards and touchdowns with 6 games left on the 2022 schedule. Sanders may find it difficult to replicate the monster game against the Titans' stout run defense Sunday, but he remains a must-start fantasy asset, running behind an elite offensive line. Whooshka, whooshka. All right. Devontae Smith caught 4 of 9 targets, 50 yards in the win over the Packers. Smith led the Eagles in receiving yards the second week in a row, while the rushing attack continued to carry the team to its 10th win. The 2021 first-round pick hasn't taken the first big step forward in his sophomore campaign that many had hoped, but he is still producing at levels close to his strong rookie debut. Look for Smith to see his usual healthy share of targets against Tennessee, in a clash of conference contenders Sunday. All right, got ourselves a bit of a deficit here. So, odd man out of this deck is definitely Devontae Smith. That was the least inspiring of the deck. Now, you don't want to get rid of Sanders. You want to link him up with Hurts. You could link up A.J. Brown. So let's lose Tannehill. But the problem with losing Tannehill is we can't. No, we actually can. We can take 2 punts. We can afford 2 punts if we actually wanted to go this crazy fucking route. Or we can replace A.J. Brown. Keep Sanders, keep Henry. Or downgrade Henry and make this a slaughter stack and say that the fucking Philly defense eats Henry up. What are you doing over there? Psycho. This Ming is a psycho. I mean, Henry's a fucking animal. What if Philly eats him up? It's Philly ranked 23rd. All right. Well, maybe the Aurora patient isn't that good. All right. Well, let's take a look and see what else we got going on here. Options. If we wanted to take 2 punts, is that we don't want to fucking lose our money here. This is the bigger tournament here. Let's see what we got going on at the bottom of the barrel here in the pawn section. Kevin Rader wasn't targeted across 5 snaps on offense in Sunday's loss to the Bengals. The 6'4", 250-pound tight end has seen some action in 8 games this season and has logged 79 snaps on offense, but has yet to draw a single target. He'll continue to be deployed primarily as a blocker whenever he's on the field. A lot of zeros there, Kevin. Ricey McGrath. Greg Ward. Hey, practice squad. Thomas Okadoye. Okadoye. No Adoye. Evan Allen. Dog shit. Hassan Haskins. Active Sunday against the Bengals. Popped up on the team's injury report Thursday and closed out the week practicing limited fashion. However, the 22-year-old is feeling well enough to suit up and will play against Cincinnati. I don't give a fuck. Hollister went without a target across his 4 snaps on offense in Sunday's loss to the Bengals. Hollister is dressed in all 11 of the Titans games to date, but he's held a limited role on offense all season. The Titans have chosen to keep him active mainly for his ability to contribute on special teams, where he's logged 47.8 of his snaps in the campaign. A bunch of zeros there. Trey Sermon, anything? Old news, Trey Sermon. Old fucking news. Mason Kinsey. For the pass against Indianapolis about fucking 12 weeks ago. Geoff Swaim. Swaim failed to derail his lone target while playing 31 snaps on offense in Sunday's loss to the Bengals. With rookie Chigozium Ogankwu and top tight end Austin Hooper having both taken on heightened roles in the Tennessee passing attack of late, Swaim has functioned mainly as a blocker in recent weeks. After drawing 7 targets across the Titans' first 3 games of the season, Swaim has been targeted a combined 5 times in Tennessee's subsequent 8 contests. The lack of involvement isn't the result of any major downturn of playing time either. Swaim has logged snap shares above 50% in each of those 8 games. 1 catch against Green Bay. 1 big game against fucking Vegas. All right, duly noted. All right, what do we got here? Coach Mike Vrabel said Tuesday he doesn't expect to see Phillips at practice this week ahead of Sunday's game against the Bengals. Although Phillips is now technically eligible to return from Tennessee's injured reserve list after spending 4 games there, it seems he'll probably have to wait until at least Week 13 in Philadelphia to be activated. Even once he's back, the rookie 5th rounder doesn't have a clear path to consistent playing time as long as Robert Woods and Nathan Westbrook-Akina remain healthy. But he's back. Tyree Jackson. Old news. Kennedy Brooks, cut from the practice squad. All right. Nothing on Mr. Trenton Cannon. But C.J. Board played all 15 of his snaps on special teams in the loss to the Bengals. The 28-year-old receiver has dressed for each of the Titans' last 3 games, but he's yet to take a snap on offense. While Tennessee has Robert Woods, Traylon Burks, Nick Wixper-Kekina, and Cody Hollister available to handle receiver reps, Board will likely continue to be used exclusively as a return man and on the Titans' kick coverage units. All right, well, interesting to know. Britton McCovey. Britton Covey plays a little bit of rugby. Torrey Carter played all 10 snaps on special teams. Since returning to the field for Week 10 following a 3 game absence due to the neck injury, Carter is yet to log and carry a target on offense. The fullback will continue to have a regular role on special teams, but will operate primarily as a blocker on the rare occasion he takes the field with the offense. Nothing on Dez. Jack fucking Stoll. Not targeted in the win over the Packers. When a team goes off for 40 points, one would expect the starting tight end to at least do something. But that wasn't the case for Stoll. He's always been more of a blocker than a playmaker, while he's been thrust into a much larger snap count in the absence of Dallas Goedert, and hasn't resulted in a larger share of the offense. Stoll now is averaging just half a target per game in the 2 weeks Goedert has been out. I'm not saying that he's not due. He's getting those little targets here and there. He could be worth a fucking $200 punt. But he's the starting fucking tight end, right? Minshew, Gainwell, Elliott, Haskins, Boston Scott, Trey Sermons. Hollister's your 4-man, Board your 5. Phillips. He's got Brown, Smith, Watkins, Pascal, Covey. Covey's number 5, huh? Jack fucking Stoll, huh? It's fucking Lorenzo Calcaterra over here, huh? Julius Chestnut. Grant Calcaterra lost 2 yards on his only catch in Sunday's win over Green Bay. Dallas Goedert missed his second consecutive game, but the Eagles have adjusted to his absence by hardly looking to their tight ends at all. In Week 11, it was Jack Stoll who provided the unit's lone target and lone reception, and it was Calcaterra who got that honor Week 12. Nothing in the Eagles' game plan suggests that any of the team's tight ends will have any fantasy relevance until Goedert returns. Huh. We got here Gunkwo. Recorded 3 receptions on 5 targets. Sunday's loss to the Bengals. Okonkwo saw his most significant involvement in the Titans' offense this season in terms of targets. He's been efficient with his opportunities this season, and they remained the case against the Bengals as he tallied receptions of 17 and 12 yards. Okonkwo now has seen multiple targets in 5 consecutive games after achieving that only once in his first 6 matchups. All right, the guys put up little mini points consistently. All right. Question is, Calcaterra, is he the better fucking... No, it's Stoll. Stoll gets the catches. So maybe we have to downgrade Henry. I'm thinking Stoll is definitely a pickup. Can't ignore the fact he's the starting tight end. At some fucking point, Jalen Hurts might throw him the goddamn ball. So what else we got going on here? Let's just travel up the list here. Boston Scott carried the ball 3 times for 24 yards in Sunday's win over the Packers. The Eagles rushed 49 times to 363 yards on the day, with 300 of those yards being gained by Jalen Hurts and Miles Saunders. Little was left for Scott to do. All 3 of Scott's carries came in the fourth quarter. One of those rushing attempts led to a 19-yard gain, a season high for Scott. But the fact that he was largely a non-factor despite his team's big day on the ground further reinforces the fact that he's at least 1 injury away from fantasy relevance. Dontrell Hilliard rushed the ball twice for 16 yards in Sunday's loss to the Bengals. He added 3 receptions for 3 yards. Hilliard has had few splash performances this season thanks to his ability to find the end zone, but his volume has remained minimal while working behind Derrick Henry. That was no exception against the Bengals on Sunday, and Hilliard has now seen 2 or few rushing attempts in 8 or 10 games of the campaign. His 3 receptions were the highest mark since Week 5, though he had minimal production with that opportunity. Again, You could put him in instead of Henry and say maybe Henry gets bumped out or fucking they do more with him. We'll keep looking. Zach Pascal went without a target while playing 8 of the Eagles' 79 snaps on offense in Sunday's win over the Packers. Pascal's 10% snap share marked a notable downturn from Week 11, when he played 43% of the snaps in a win over the Colts. The Eagles handed most of Pascal's playing time to Quez Watkins, who operated as the team's clear number 3 receiver after splitting the role with Pascal in Week 11. Rip it. Ugh. Ugh. You know, like, what's that? No. I think she's on a fucking Instagram. Oh, nice. Some of the little Filipino with always have been head on the wall. Since you're already done up, you want to go take a quick video? No, do my YouTube video. Now that I won money, I'm excited about doing my videos again. Okay. It's giving me credibility. But I got a cute little, he sent me something, the guy about Ruthie that wouldn't send me the cover. He sent a cool another giveaway, so we could do both giveaways at once. Yeah, because I was gonna say it last week on the Kickstarter, yeah. Now, so I was gonna like. Yeah, I got 6 days. Yeah, I got 6 days. We'll get it done. We'll get it done tomorrow. Alright. Yeah, I'm free tomorrow. I did a bunch of shit today, so that's done. We probably have to do it at night because you're on there. I'm gonna be fucking busy as shit. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I got nothing to do. Yeah, I'm home tomorrow. You wanna chill it out like today? What's up? Like if I could say tomorrow, my day's gonna. Oh, you've got our best. Drop, bro. Yeah. I'll be home. I'm just gonna go cool and swim and right. What? You're fucking be tired. Yeah. I'm trying to do this, bro. I saw like you're like, that's what they do is murals. So like it's the first time that I'm actually doing a big scale mural by hand. Usually I get them printed, you know what I mean? Or like the ones I did at my buddy's house, I had the projector and shit. Like I get the fuck it up. Shit, I fuck it up, you know. So this one, I'm still like, it's right. Yeah, new kid on the block. And you know, it's great. Yeah, perfectly. But you know, it's crazy that tonight when I showed up with the projector, like, I was fucking fucking crack on me and shit. They were like, "Fuck, bro, I've been wanting to get one of those things. You know, like it's so easy." So like, I felt so much better too. You know, it's nice to be among your brethren. Yeah. Well, I keep trying to find all the writers that I see. I think I just have the same time. Really now. They just come up, bro. Like they don't fucking know. Like, dang, that's dude. It's so good. Like it's a corner of a wall, and if you see it from like a side, it looks stretched. But when you stand like at a certain, you drew a line on the floor, it looks flat. Bro, it's great. It's the mask. You know, like for Jim Carrey. It's a piece, right? Yeah. And so he draws all those little doodles on the wall to create like a grid for himself. So he's like, oh, okay, the eyes are gonna go by this thing, and you know, so he kind of creates crazy shit. His own style. Yeah, he has like a way of coming up with shit. But what it looks like, yeah. So it looks like it's flat, right? Yeah. But it's not. When you see it from an angle, it looks like it's stretched. It's crazy. See here, it looks funny. See like over there looks crazy though. It's good shit, man. Careful. Alright, man. You ever been to Basil? Yes. But at night, like night parties. I never actually walked around during the day and we are. That's all during the night. Yeah, no, there's a good night to go, I'll go. What's the best night to go? You know, the weekend. Yeah. This weekend? Yeah. I'll go this weekend. Where do you go? Just walk someone all over the place? So shit. Yeah, tell me where to go. I'll take a walk around. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna be gonna make it because I have this going on, I have fucking work going, I got some shit going on. It's nice to chill. Yeah. Nice to be busy. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Go on, hang on. And we're back. We're back. We're back. Oh, just dropping off my doggy's play date. Let's read about Zach Pascal one more time. Okay, yeah, Quez Watkins stole all this shit from him. Number 3 receiver, splitting row Pascal in week 11, but Quez Watkins was in the winning fucking lineup. So fuck Zach Pascal, huh? Titans D. I've been getting way too screwed over on the defenses lately. Yeah, just fuck defenses lately. Captain spot is one thing. Nick Westbrook-Akina recorded 4 catches on 6 targets for 58 yards in Sunday's loss to the Bengals. Westbrook-Akina continued his trend of being more involved in the Tennessee offense as he managed multiple receptions in his third game after managing that feat only twice in his first 8 matchups. He managed a pair of splash plays against the Bengals, tallying gains of 25 and 20 yards. Despite his positive play of late, Nick Westbrook-Akina has still topped 50 receiving yards only 3 times on the campaign. Look at that fucking game. Look at that fucking game against Denver. He went off. All right, he's a consideration to replace Derrick Henry if I don't want to go 2 punts. I mean, fuck it. We come this far. Travel up the list. Travel up the list. Get it all done. You just point, click, and ship. Jake Elliott converted both of his field goal attempts and 4 of his 5 extra point attempts Sunday's win over the Packers. Elliott is still yet to attempt more than 2 field goals in a game this season, but he matched his season high Sunday by making 6 total kicks. His second missed extra point of the year does not stand out as a notable negative, but he also made his second kick of the season from beyond 50 yards, converting a 54-yarder late in the fourth quarter to stretch the Eagles' lead to 10. Shudak. Caleb Shudak made 3 of his 4 field goal attempts and his lone extra point attempt in Sunday's loss to the Bengals. Shudak was activated with injury reserve ahead of Sunday's game and made his NFL debut. He made kicks at 33, 24, 38 yards, but he also missed a 35-yard attempt just before halftime. Shudak will likely remain Tennessee's kicker until Randy Bullock is able to return. Well, maybe I got to pull that line up then. Where is Mr. Bullock? The Titans have ruled out Bullock for Sunday's game versus the Bengals. Randy Bullock of the team's official stat report. That's fucking stupid. He's not playing. Fuck him. Where is Bullock here? Hooper Bullock. All right, Bullock, you gotta pull your ass out. Put you to the back of the line. Who's here? This is Boston Scott. So this would be Chitty 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 Bang Bang Ogunkwo. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Bang Bang. Brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. Sorry, just real quick. Where the fuck were we? All right, traveling up the list here. Austin Hooper. Hooper recorded 3 receptions on 4 targets of 30 yards. Sunday's loss to the Bengals. Hooper continued to see consistent involvement in the Tennessee offense and tallied his 3rd straight game with at least 4 targets. He recorded receptions of 12, 10, and 8 yards, all 3 of which came on the team's drive just before halftime. While unremarkable, Hooper has now posted 4 consecutive games with at least 30 receiving yards. And that big game against Green Bay, which I was at. Nathan Westbrook-Akina, though, had that bigger fucking game. Eagles D. 6 points. Mediocre at best. I need a fucker that's going to blow up. No more of this Olay bullshit. All right, Gainwell. What do we got here? Kenneth Gainwell carried the ball 8 times for 39 yards and a touchdown in Sunday's win over the Packers. Hurts and Sanders received the bulk of the Eagles' carries and gained the bulk of the team's yards on the ground as usual Sunday. But on a day in which Philadelphia rushed for 363 yards, there was plenty of action to go around. Gainwell's carries and yards both represented season highs. While the Eagles do have the capability to go off like they did against Green Bay on occasion, and could do so again, they're unlikely to do so frequently enough to make Gainwell a reliable option. Even after his Week 12 contributions, he's still averaging just 20.4 yards total a game 4.4 touches per game this season. But he has games where he gets in the fucking end zone. He gets in the goddamn end zone. He gets the goal line carries. He must be considered. But here's the motherfucker that was in the winning lineup. Mr. Quez fucking Watkins. 3 receptions at 35 yards and a touchdown in Sunday's win over Green Bay. Quez Watkins continued to serve an increased role in the passing game with Dallas Goedert sidelined, posting his second consecutive game with at least 30 yards and a score. The 5 targets marked a new high for the third-year wideout, so fantasy managers should be aware of his target ceiling during his current hot streak. Goedert is going to miss a minimum of 2 more games after being placed on IR on November 16th, opening the door for Watkins to retain deep league fantasy value against the Titans on Sunday. Yep, we got to put him in for A.J. Brown. That's the way it's looking, but let's finish the run. We've come this far. Malik Willis, fuck off. Old news. Logan Woodside, practice squad. Gardner Minshew. Ian fucking Book. Brings us to the last of the bunch. Robert Woods agreed Tuesday to restructure his contract with the Titans by converting 2.6 of his base salary into a signing bonus. Tennessee gets more room to maneuver this season due to the transaction. Woods' contract carries a dead cap number of just $2 million for the 2023 season. Now, 1 year removed from his ACL injury, he has 32 catches for 351 yards and 1 touchdown on 56 targets across his first 11 games in Tennessee. The veteran wideout has mostly worked as a short area target through the early stages of his Titans tenure, and further contract talks have to be carried out this offseason if he's to remain with the team. Finally, Treylon Burks caught 4 of 6 targets at 70 yards in Sunday's loss to the Bengals. He also recovered a fumble in the end zone for a touchdown. The first touchdown of Burks' young NFL career came in unusual fashion. Derrick Henry did most of the heavy lifting on a 69-yard catch and run, but the ball popped out of his hands a few yards shy of the goal line. Burks pounced on it in the end zone and gave the Titans a short-lived 10-3 lead. While Burks' fantasy managers shouldn't expect him to score in this fashion often, the rookie first-round pick is trending up lately, as 181 of his 334 receiving yards have come in the past 2 games. I absolutely think we take Watkins for A.J. Brown. The money you save, go Gainwell. You could put in Derrick Henry, or if Henry's trending downward, we put in Treylon Burks. We got 10 fucking G's to put in Tannehill or Devontae Smith. Oof. Like, who's an unworthy captain? Because we could run 2 Jalen Hurts fucking lineups here. Now, again, pull Jack Stoll. Now let's take fucking Lorenzo Calcaterra. Is there any unworthy captains? Okonkwo? I'd say Boston Scott. Boston Scott is not fucking captain worthy. So switch it up here. We'll keep Derrick Henry. All right. We'll take Quez. Get rid of Tannehill. All right. Get rid of Brown. You get Gainwell. Calcaterra. So you get basically two. Yeah, because Watkins replaces Goedert. Something about Derrick Henry here. I think Derrick Henry gets shut down. We're gonna play the $5,000 lineup that won me in that fucking Eagles Falcons game, which is basically Jalen Hurts at quarterback, Sanders. It wasn't A.J. Brown. It was Devontae Smith. Quez Watkins will play the role of Dallas Goedert. We actually need, Gainwell. I want Gainwell behind fucking. That's where I want Gainwell. We have enough left over for what? Titans D? No, definitely not. Dalton Hilliard, yes. The idea is that Derrick Henry does shit. So either play Hilliard or Okonkwo. in this slaughter stack. Hilliard's got the better history. We're saying that the Eagles shut down Derrick Henry, so they run down Dontrell Hilliard more. However, Ogankwo, 3 receptions, so his most significant involvement. Let's see this. Let me read this one more time. Titans offense this season in terms of targets. He's been efficient with his opportunity this season, and that remained the case against the Bengals as he tallied receptions of 17 and 12 yards. Ogankwo has now seen multiple targets in 5 games. Jelani Woods the other night went the fuck off. Jelani Woods went off the other night. Yep, Chig. Chig's going to be my Jelani Woods. Leave the 2,700 on the fucking table. That's what we're doing. We're running that slaughter stack. There'll be time enough for count when the deal is done. All right. And then we'll run this one. What we're seeing is Calcaterra is probably surpassing Jack Stoll on the tight end depth chart. Of course, if fucking Stoll goes off, I'll feel like a piece of shit dickhead. All right, Derrick Henry in the captain spot. So, you can't ditch Jalen Hurts, but you can lose A.J. Brown, which we trade out for Quez Watkins. Still got to get 12 G's back. So we're going to drop Devontae Smith. And keep Tannehill. Maybe we lose Tannehill. Yeah, let's lose Tannehill because this is running game. But we will put in Shudak. With 18 left, Boston Scott instead of Gainwell. Or you got Chig Ugankwo there again. If we're expecting Ugankwo to be our fucking big hero. Scott carried the ball 3 times. What's Scott done all year? What's his scoring been like all year? His scoring's been shit. Ugankwo, give us the fucking tight end. Give us this fucking Jelani Woods motherfucker sitting there waiting to be a fucking sleeper hit for me. All right. A.J. Brown in the captain spot. So, of course, we're keeping Hurts. Derrick Henry, though. Do we want to trade out Derrick Henry? We want to keep him. Let's definitely lose. We'll lose Tannehill. Let's lose Devontae Smith. So we got 900 left. You can play double fucking tight ends here, unless you want to pull out Henry for Traylon Burks. So let's do that. Let's put Traylon Burks. Now you can run Gainwell, which I like, and you can run a punt here. Since we can't get Calcaterra, this is where we'll take Jack Stoll. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a good old-fashioned fucking slaughter stack. All right. Tannehill a captain. So we got Derrick Henry in there. We got Jalen Hurts. Let's lose some fucking fat here. So we're going to lose both receivers. We're going to lose Brown, which gives us 3 G's left. Now again, you got Hilliard. You got Ogankwo. We could take Ogankwo here and Boston Scott. Put a lot of fucking crazy faith in goddamn Boston Scott here. But remember, Benny fucking Snell. I said it before and I'll say it again. Benny goddamn Snell made somebody 500 large last night. Nobody was looking at it. Except one fucking guy who went home. Just aggravates me. I gotta smoke now. All right. Let's trim some fat here. Let's lose Tannehill. 7 G's left. We can lose Smith. Let's keep A.J. Brown because, again, this is his former team. With 18, go Ogankwo, Calcaterra. So we're betting on the core and the fucking back end here. This is essentially our baseball style lineups. Devontae Smith at the captain spot. So again, we will pull Tannehill. Now we'll pull A.J. Brown. 42 left. Can we get a kicker? Before Jesus, we can. We get Jake Elliott. We can go with Nathan Westbrook Akina. Again, you could trade out Henry. So you're trading out Henry here. Again, for Traylon Burks. So now you get Akina. Well, not sure if I like this. Henry's more reliable. Go with the core. But fucking Burks is a rising star. Henry, trust your instinct. Kick the kicker. Elliott, take Jack Stoll. Sometimes all you can do is trust your first instinct. All right. 14 G's here. Now we got Burks the captain spots. We're keeping Tannehill. Maybe. Actually, I don't think we can. We're going to lose Brown. Lose Tannehill. The weak links. We can go Gainwell, but we're not. We're going to go Shudak and Ogankwo. Yep. We're putting a lot on this Ogankwo kid. We're making a commitment to fucking Chigaboo Ogankwo. Chigaboo, Chigaboo. Robert Woods again. Can we keep Tannehill? It's hard when you got these other ones that you're looking at. So you could lose A.J. Brown. Part of me would love to keep Tannehill, but Derrick Henry's too hard to resist, so you gotta lose Tannehill. He's the weak link of these fucking groups here. Now you could toss in Burks and then take a fucking $600 punt, which you could use on Mr. Calcaterra. We got it spread out here. We got it spread out. All right. 11-6. Quez Watkins. We got Jalen Hurts in there. We could lose Henry. He'll probably just drop to zero, so you still got to lose somebody. Essentially, you're just splitting up Tannehill into basically double kickers. Unless you're going to lose A.J. Brown. Yeah, you want to keep Henry. So we're going to lose Tannehill and A.J. Brown and double the kickers. Going to chop the kickers in half. Unless you go Burks. Yeah, let's go fucking Burks and Ogankwo. Let's just stick to our fucking skulls here, man. We are riding heavy on fucking Cheetah-Boo Ogankwo. If he's my Jelani Woods, we're walking home with some fucking cash. All right, do this shit. Do this shit right. Gainwell at the captain spot. Can that really work? It absolutely can. What are we going to lose here? We could just drop A.J. Brown. Yeah, we're going to trade A.J. Brown for Jack Stoll. Dallas fucking Goddard. Grant Calcaterra. So Goddard is eyeing a minimum length. Now we have to read this real quick. What the hell? Goddard said Wednesday that he hopes to return from injured reserve at a minimum of 4-week stay and play in December 18th game against the Bears in Week 15. Though Goddard is eyeing a minimum length stay on IR, a decision when he's available to play again will ultimately hinge on how his shoulder responds in the coming weeks. The Eagles are left with Jack Stoll, Grant Calcaterra, and Tyree Jackson at tight end. But none of those three players are likely to directly inherit the 5.8 targets a game that Goddard would average this season. Oh, time for everything. Get in there, Blackjack Stole. All right, we got Eagles defensive captain. So if that should happen, I don't think Henry or Tannehill can be doing anything in that fucking game. But just for the hell of it, we're going to pull Brown for Watkins. Let's pull Henry for Burks. Can we get? Oh, we just missed fucking Burks, you cunt. Oh, you bastard. Huh. Trade out Burks, lose Tannehill. I mean, you throw Devontae Smith in here, but don't just throw him in to throw him in. Sanders hurts, Burks. That's your lone eagle. Yeah, go Smith here. Smith can have a fucking bounce back game. It can't be done. So saith the shepherd. So saith the flock. All right, continuing on. Austin Hooper at the captain spot. Is there any possible way we can keep Tannehill? Yes, we can. If we just trade out A.J. Brown. So for 12, we'll get a Okonkwo. Bam. Look at that shit. We blast through the fucking lineups. Read the reports. Blast through the fucking lineups. See how we do this shit? See how we play? This is how we play. Shudak at the captain position. It can fucking happen. Can Shudak be the ultimate fucking beast? Well, we'll find out. We're going to drop fucking A.J. Brown for Okonkwo. All right, continuing. Elliott. I think we'll keep A.J. Brown here. We're going to lose Tannehill. 400, we'll go get Calcaterra. All right, continuing on. This is Nathan Westbrook Akina. So keep Saunders, but lose A.J. Brown. So we'll keep Tannehill handcuffed to him. For two G's, Boston Scott or Okonkwo. It's always Okonkwo. We're looking for Okonkwo to be the fucking guy. If Okonkwo fucking rolls bust, it's gonna fucking put a dent in this fucking quest for 20 grand. However, he blows the fuck up. I'm protected against every fucking captain, not just a few captains. Titans D. In order for the Titans D to do something wild, Jalen Hurts has to have a bad game. So what do we get for 35 here? Zach Pascal. They can trade out Brown for Watkins to have a piece of the Eagles. Keep Sanders in there. Now you got 89. You got Burks. That's what I want. I want Burks. Leave the cash on the table. Yep. That's what I want. That's the grinder. That's the one. Titans, Burks, Henry, Saunders, Tannehill. That's the way to go. Zach fucking Pascal. You can't deny that he might. There's a chance he could pop the fuck off. So who we lose here? Keep Brown, I say. I say lose Tannehill. For 19, we'll get a Okonkwo in there. Bang. Taking a big risk because Boston Scott could blow the fuck up, but I'm going to take my fucking cherries and put them on fucking Okonkwo. 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 Dontrell Hilliard, though, I mean, it's like a Gainwell situation. If I lost A.J. Brown here, what would I get? What do you get for 39? Anything decent? Nathan Desperate I could do that. Yeah, that could be cool. Titans have a tough defense, huh? No, give me a Kina. That works. All right, now Okonkwo. We're looking for him to blow the fuck up like Jelani Woods the other night, so that could work. So who do we lose? Got to lose Brown. Giving us 63 for Quez Watkins. Perfect. Perfect replacement. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 20 motherfucking lineups for you to enjoy. We're going to chase that fucking 20 grand. We're going to take it down. We're going to win all that money. All it's just bring it home, Mets. Bring it home. Bring it home. May fate and faith decide your fortune if you should win. Blow your money right here on the Pharaoh's Lounge Kickstarter. 6 days to go. Backers have dropped out on me, so I'm sitting there below 21,000. How the fuck do I get to 25,000? I don't know. Guess we're just gonna have to give it to the Lords of Fate. Peace, love, war, all of the shit in between.